Hello, hi. It's been a long time. Hey, friend. Um, I'm back. I really thought that I wasn't going to continue this channel, and honestly, I had to sit back and think about it, and I really wanted this channel. I always say I want to put the information out in hopes that it helps somebody else. So I will continue with that because what I'm about to tell you, there are going to be quite a few follow-up questions, and I want to be able to do a longer video to, just catch you up and give you the whole spiel. So, anywho, this past year, I moved from the DC area to Florida to be closer to family and everything. Just DC areas just didn't feel like home anymore. And honestly, I was just really going through it and needed to be closer to family because family is most important to me. And I always love Florida. You guys, I may have mentioned how many times I come down here, but I just loved it every time. I am a warmer climate girl, but couldn't tell you that because I feel like I brought the cold with me because we just had some days of 20 degrees and 20 degrees in Florida is different than 20 degrees up north. I will fight anybody on that. It is different. When you have the humidity levels here hit you in the face with the wind chill, it's different. So if you have any friends in Florida that you make fun of because they're in colder temps and seem like they can't handle it, let me tell you, it's a different kind of cold. So, I can't even really think on what my intro is when I do my videos. So, hey y'all, I am weighing in today at 180 pounds. Hopefully will be 179 soon. 5'4", technically 5'3.5". I had the gastric sleeve procedure and hiatal hernia repair at the same time in May of 2020. I'm coming up on 6 years post-op this year. This year in May will be my 6th year. That's crazy how time flies. Oh my goodness, 6 years, y'all. 6 years. In the blink of an eye. And so much has happened since then. I had the loose skin removal, a tummy tuck performed. Gosh, I don't know what year that was. 2022, I want to say. So everything's great with that. No complaints. However, I did see another round of regain, and it was for, a lot of reasons. I really was going through the stress of doing such a big move, going from DC to Florida. That's not a little move. That's, really big. And with all the logistics of that, the stress, and I just didn't handle it in the best way possible. And, it was eating crappy food, just surviving. I literally feel like I was in survival mode. I had so much on my mind, so much to, get done, to wrap things up. And I didn't feel like I could breathe until I made it here. So as soon as I came down, I knew I wanted to, figure out a plan to get myself together. So I did book an appointment with I guess you could say she's like a nutritionist in a way, a nurse practitioner out here. And we discussed tirzepatide, compound tirzepatide, which I am on. I would never come on here and have the audacity to say no, that I'm not taking the injection, and then be like, I lost it, with my tool alone. And I know I've had some opinions on GLP-1 in the past, but I will stand by the fact that I never tore it down completely. I had said I felt like it was a quick option that folks were going to without even trying the regular way. And And I'll still stand on that because I have battled regain before this and I did lose it on my own, mostly tracking. And I didn't want to be that meticulous again. I didn't want to be all up in my fitness pal, which it works, but you have to be so meticulous. Like everything has to be entered. And also I was focusing not just like calories in, calories out. I really was trying to be more on the low carb side of things. So there's that. I also had some interest in tirzepatide because a friend of mine who had great results with tirzepatide, she and I were chatting and I had told her about my diagnosis of lipedema, and she had brought up the fact that she had seen something about a study for women with lipedema and their results with tirzepatide being somewhat positive for, getting rid of some of that inflammation, which inflammation's the worst thing with lipedema. I felt it. My legs, although I had actual regain of pounds, I'm not denying that, definitely did. I have lipedema on top of that. And I do feel like that adds to things. I could feel my legs were swollen. My arms have lipedema now. See a little hint of it. Yeah. I need to do my little therapies for it, but it still was like out of control. I felt like everything was kind of out of control. I had slid back. I saw up to 200 and I think I made it up to like 212 pounds, which was insane. I've never seen that high of a number in my whole journey, since before the weight loss gastric sleeve procedure. So I was just spiraling at that point. Like I didn't ever want to see 200, period. Like I don't ever want to see that number. But it was even worse to see that I had passed 200. So sorry, I just ate some dinner and it's fighting me. So I really was like, no, I'm not going out like this. Like we're not going that far back. I have to get control and I have to get control now. And after chatting with her, and then knowing what I know about like the studies with lipedema and everything, I decided, you know what? Yeah, I'll give it a try. It would be great to, have that progress and fuel the motivation. So I got into it, and with 2.5 was the dose that we started. And I started this at maybe it was like towards the end of May of last year. So towards the end of May of 2025, I went in for this appointment and decided this is what we will do. And then in conjunction with like low carb choices, that first week, I felt the difference. It was crazy. And I mean, the difference in my legs, the swollen, like from my thigh to my legs were just really out of control. My hips too, like around my hips. And I noticed within the first week a difference, which I had seen some ladies with lipedema say this, and it really got me excited from that point. So, I had dropped like 12 pounds the first week, which everybody in the office was like, that's crazy. And I was like, that's gotta be like some straight inflammation too, water weight, but major inflammation. She was like, oh, most definitely. So I really was motivated to stick with it. And now I'm reporting at like a 30-pound loss, which is great. I don't know if I'll continue to stay on it. I think a part of me is interested in microdosing, like maybe go down to, because right now I've been on 5 milligrams. So like we started at 2.5 and then I worked up to 5. And I never wanted to go higher than that because honestly, any higher than that, I feel like I just like literally won't eat. My appetite is pretty strong right now. And I kind of want it to stay that way. And they aren't thinking like it's not suggested for me to move up anyways. So it's been like a really great experience. I've had no side effects or any issues with it. I am interested in like microdosing, like I said, because for the swelling, I'm kind of scared to come off of it, but I also never wanted it to be like a crutch that I constantly had to, stay on. However, it was really interesting to see the relief, to feel and see the relief so quickly in my legs. So I don't know. Lipedema is coming a long way, and my hope is that, at least I feel like it's coming soon, like maybe a little bit of insurance coverage for us lipedema ladies. But yeah, I would like to have another extraction if possible, to keep things at bay, because lipedema doesn't go away. Without the fully, it doesn't go away. I think maybe at this point I was technically stage 3 lipedema, but I think right now I probably have been reduced down to stage 2, which would be great if that's true. I'm gonna follow up with physicians out here. I had to build my whole medical team. That's another thing, like, that was stressful. Moving, you have to find your doctors, your specialists, and everything. So it's kind of crazy. I do have a vein appointment this week, actually, so I'm really excited about that. I'm hoping to, discuss lipedema with them, and I'm hoping they're knowledgeable. That's the thing. They may not be. So my hope is that they have a doctor there who is knowledgeable on it. And I'm way overdue for my vein treatments. So I imagine I will have to do a couple rounds or more per leg. And that should help with things too, because also when my circulation is off, I can see and feel some differences. So I am hopeful that will bring things together a little more, because I'm feeling it. I'm overdue. I'm way overdue for my treatments. And but yeah, I'm excited for the progress with the injection. A little bit backpedaling, putting my foot in my mouth a little bit, because I know, like, my opinion seemed rather strong on it, but I also did recognize it as a tool that could be helpful. I just didn't see myself using this tool, but here I am, and I don't regret it. And I will stand on my hill of authenticity and always share with folks the truth of what I am doing. Because if I have a platform where I am talking about weight loss and my journey and everything, I will give you the facts. So I had to sit back and wrestle my ego a little bit with this. And I decided that I was going to keep going and keep sharing, in hopes that this reaches somebody. Maybe you're thinking about it. Maybe you have lipedema and you're thinking about it. Coming from somebody who's done it now and been on it for 7 months, don't wait any longer. I would say, make sure you're clear medically to do all of that. Make sure you're a candidate. Not just telling you, this isn't medical advice, okay? Listen to me. Make sure you get checked out and everything. But I think it's worth looking into. Honestly, if you have lipedema, I think this is worth looking into and see if you're a candidate, perhaps, because night and day difference. And I'm scared to go back. I don't want the swelling to come back. It is painful. It does add to the pain, the heaviness. Like, it's annoying. And now I'm starting to get lipedema in my arms as I'm getting older. So that's fine. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. That's my explanation. That's what's been going on. That is what I did. So I am 30 pounds down. My lowest weight on this whole journey has been 178, I want to say 178. And so to know that I'm 180 right now, is a great feeling. It's a great feeling. I would like to, I think, in discussion with my nurse practitioner, I said my goal weight was 170. But you know what? I'm kind of thinking, why not go for the 160s? Never been there before. Don't know what it feels like. I may want to get there, but we'll see. I'm taking it slow. I'm not in a rush. Some other things that have happened. This past fall, I joined a little leisurely pickleball league, and I really enjoy pickleball. And you can burn so many calories playing. I really enjoy the game. I played with my sister, and we enjoy it. So I plan to keep playing. And I got the Aura ring. This is actually a replacement ring that I just got. They had to send me a replacement. So yeah, anyways, not saying it's a bad thing. I love the Aura ring, but my old one had an issue with it. And so they had to send me a replacement. But anyways, I say all this to say, this tracks your activity really well. The Apple Watch is trash to me in how it tracks fitness, but I love this. And when I play pickleball, it knows I'm playing pickleball. It learns you or whatever. So it knows when I'm playing, and the calorie burn that I see that I do is amazing. So that's a little update on, you know, staying fit, what I have been doing. Getting back into some other forms of exercise. I never stopped walking. Like, that was the main thing. I just walk. I'm a walker. I still love walking. It still is very relaxing, but I am trying to incorporate other things. I brought my rower with me down to Florida. I didn't sell it, so my rower's with me, and I hope to do that as well. So that's what's been going on, and yeah, I think I caught you guys up. I think I did. You know, still getting settled with things, but I feel so much better, of course, being 30 pounds down, and the motivation is here to continue and push and see new, to see a new low of 170. Like, when I hit 170, like, that will be so amazing. I don't even remember a time in high school being 170 pounds. So yeah, I just want to see what that's like. We'll see how my body, you know, adjusts, and if it even wants to get that low. So I think it's worth trying. And yeah, it's just been a very quiet season for me. That's why, you know, I had taken that time away to regain energy, get my mental health on track, and, you know, really take in the time to achieve other goals, which I have. And yeah, I think I'm ready to just get back out here and share the story, and catch everyone up. And sorry I've been away so long, but it was much needed to achieve this big move. I needed the time to do this really big move that I had coming. So I guess I would back up a little bit, and I will insert a video on what I'm looking like right now. So yes, I've gone down a size. I would say about like one size in jeans, honestly. So I got a little room in these. I think these are like a size 29, so I'd be like more like size 28 or size 8. My belt size has gone to like from an 8 to a 6, which is pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just, yeah. I'll have to put in a before where you can see like the swelling in my legs. I felt like it was noticeable, but from the hips to the legs, definitely had quite a bit of swelling going on, but happy to report that that has subsided. So thank you for sticking here on this channel, even though I haven't been posting. I appreciate you. Thank you for liking and sharing this video. Maybe you know somebody who will find this information helpful. If somebody has PCOS and lipedema and is thinking maybe GLP-1 could be helpful for them, feel free to share my journey. But I hope to, you know, stay posting. I feel energized. I'm ready to share. I'm ready to get myself back out there. And I look forward to updating you all on another video and possibly share some other things, you know, because a little bit of the break that I took was also due to the fatigue of constantly talking about a weight loss journey. Like, I don't know how other people do it. Like, I literally am like tired of that. And then I had this regain journey, which kind of, you know, fueled the spark again. But outside of that, like, I'm just living, I'm maintaining, and yeah, so you probably will see some other things posted to this channel because I just can't bring myself to keep talking about weight loss, weight loss, weight loss. Gastric sleeve, gastric sleeve, gastric sleeve, bariatric. What I eat in a day. I never was good at posting what I eat in a day videos because honestly, I just found it too stressful. Like, I would start out so well and film like 2 things, and then my next meal totally forgot to film it. Totally forgot to film that snack. And yeah. And also, I don't think I'm like the best example for what I eat in a day because I'm never really like, I haven't been a creature of habit with like my meals. So sometimes it's just like what would be considered a snack was my meal. You know what I'm saying? I leave that up to the creators who are really good at what they do with that, and I'll just put that there. Like, I'm not the one. You're not gonna find it here, but yeah. So anyways, I hope you all are doing well, and thank you so much for supporting, and I will see you on the next one. I mean it this time. I mean it. See you all. Bye.